Hi, come sit with me. Come on. I want to show you something. I found my old sketchbooks, all of them. I wanted to chat about keeping your old art and what to do with all this stuff and why I think it's important to have it handy and keep it. These are my slippers. This is Randy and this is Fiona. Okay, so I found my sketchbooks from when I first started drawing, which is a long time ago, and was quite cringe. I feel like secondhand embarrassment of myself, but also a lot of pride at the fact that I kept going and stuck with it for such a long time. I felt like, wow, I've come a really long way. It really sparked that feeling in me that I had when I first started out, which I lost for a long time. Because you see, I grew up in the golden era of YouTube, where everything was DIY, everything was so saturated and so bright and happy, and I followed that in my art practice. I followed a lot of like tutorials and stuff, and revisiting these drawings made me come back to that time, and I remembered what I was feeling. It reminded me why I started this path in the first place, and made me feel that sense of love and joy of creating. I think it's important to do this just for your younger self. They'd be thrilled to see how far you've come and what you've accomplished. And you should be proud of your younger self also. When I look through these old sketchbooks, I feel so connected to my inner child. So for this video, I wanted to remake my oldest pieces, two of my oldest pieces. The first one is the first ever page that I filled in a sketchbook, and the second is the first ever digital piece that I made when I first got my drawing tablet. I'm so grateful to myself that I stuck with this hobby long enough to see this much progress and be able to remake my old pieces. My first ever sketchbook that I managed to complete. I remember a few of the pieces in there, but not all of them. Ah yes, I remember this. See, this is from 2017, so a good 8 years ago now. That's when I first started drawing. Like, first started doing it more seriously and actually practicing. And this is the first. Well, I remember it looking much better when I finished. I thought it looked very good, but it doesn't from the perspective of time. Here's the username I used to go by. The reason I pulled this out is because I wanted to remake some of these drawings. Maybe this one, but this one is kind of boring. But just because it's like my first page ever completed, and it's just very like meaningful to me because it's the first time I ever drew something in a sketchbook, and I think it'd be really cool to recreate it. All my pencils are not sharpened and I can't find my sharpener, so I'm using a red pencil. Also, I only have square paper in my sketchbook, so that's what I'm using. So here's the initial sketch. I think I'm going to align it now, which, as I mentioned, I hate doing, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to use the exact same technique that the original piece used. So I have these microns. I really need to focus because this might go bad. Still feels nicer than digital art because I love to have paper under my hands to feel like I'm actually drawing something and not just like staring at a screen. Awesome. I can't read my own sketch. That's quite normal for me. Now, if I were like a sensible person, I would wait for it to dry and erase the sketch and then draw on top. But I'm so tempted to just draw that I don't want to wait, so that's what I will do. So I'm gonna grab my crayons and be right back. It looks more anime than I intended. Nice the ice when it saying, honest to God, I don't know why I gave her blue eyes and then like a green background. It would make so much sense if she had green eyes, because she has red hair and like genetically red hair and blue eyes go together very rarely. The shading looks like I was absolutely like not sure what to shade with. That's exactly what happened. redheads. As you can tell by the other drawing in this video, I have a weird thing for drawing redheads. Because, I don't know, red hair is just so fun to color for me. Like, it's as close as you can get to colored hair in nature. Okay, so I think it's done now. It took only an hour. That's how long I've been recording. Jesus Christ. Here's a time lapse of my digital drawing because I forgot the screen record, but I have the speed paint. This one was quite challenging for me, mainly because I wanted to do so many things differently and I was fighting with myself on what kind of details I should keep and what should I change. I decided to change the color palette because I don't draw in such neon colors anymore, and also I decided to change a lot of the decor in the room. Basically I wanted it to reflect my interests right now versus what I was interested in back then, and I plan on redrawing this each year and basically decorating the room with the things I'm into that specific year, so I can have little memories of each year. And here's a side-by-side of both of the versions, 6 years apart, and I definitely am so happy with how this one looks. I think it gives off the vibe that I intended the first one to look like, but I didn't have the skill to, and it's just so cozy and like warm. Sometimes it can feel like an artwork doesn't serve a purpose anymore, like you've outgrown it, and you may not feel the pride that you felt when you first made it because you've developed more and progressed. But I like to say that cringe is just growing pains. When you've outgrown something, you look back on it and it doesn't suit you anymore because you've developed more as an artist and as a person. and it feels like it doesn't feel right because you're now different and you've grown. And I think cringe is a good thing because it shows that you see the mistakes you've made in the past, you recognize that.